Hey Joy Seekers, welcome back. This week has been all about balance for me in my life and hopefully for you in yours. In my classes, I've talked a lot about alignment before action, stacking the joints physically to create a stable base so that you can stay balanced in your postures. But not only on our yoga mats are we able to use this type of a thought process, also in real life off of the mat. Being able to see a situation, view it as an observer, and then align before acting. If you want to learn more about all the awesome details that come along with this lesson for off of your mat, you can take a peek at the blog post, which I've linked below. If you're ready to move, we're going to be working on some balance postures today, some standing balances. If at any point you start to feel that fear voice coming on, just let that go. Balance can be tricky, and each day will be different. So you could do this on a day where you're really not stressed out, and you could be like totally awesome. Sometimes I'm on my mat and I'm like, I'm a rock star. I feel so aligned. I feel so balanced. And then other days it's like, who is this chick? Like, I feel like I'm standing on a balance beam, or better yet, a tightrope. So every day will be different. Just honor your body. Do what feels good. I'll meet you on your mat. Take a deep breath in. Let your arms rise up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And start to focus in here. Notice where the weight lives in your feet. Just kind of give yourself a little rock side to side, maybe forward and back. Planting those feet, heels right underneath your hips, so you're stacking your joints one on top of the next. And then maybe you bring your eyes to close. Take a full breath in and let it go. There's a beautiful quote by Rumi. Life is a balance of holding on and letting go. Taking a mental inventory in this moment, is there anything you can let go of? Whether it be a thought system or a story that replays on the movie screen of your mind. Or maybe it's some muscle tension. Whatever it is, take a deep breath in. And let your exhale release it all. Feel your palms press together, creating balance on both sides of your body. Take a deep breath in, let the arms rise up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, a slight bend of the knees to forward fold. Let yourself just hang out here for a moment, noticing where the weight is in your feet. Maybe you rock yourself forward and back. Letting your chin drop to your chest. Feeling your breath. Finding some stillness, centeredness between the balls of the feet and the heels. A deep breath in lengthens your spine. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands and make your way back to your tabletop position. Finding some rootedness in your hands, pressing down into all parts of your hands after you've aligned to make sure that your wrists are right underneath your shoulders here, and that your knees are underneath your hips. And then check in with your elbows. Ever since I started making yoga videos, I am becoming so aware of how hyperextended my elbows get. And this is an aspect of yoga self-study, svadhyaya. And that's actually a little bit of a preview of what next week is all about, is that self-study, using yourself as an experiment. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I digress. Press into the tops of your feet. Notice that balance between the front and the back. Check in with yourself. Make sure that you don't have that same elbow issue going on. Engage through your core. Take a deep breath in, let your belly drop and your heart shine forward. Exhale to C-curve the spine. So see what we did there. Continue to move with your breath through your cat and cow, this nice flow. But what we're doing here is we're setting up the posture before we start to move within it. Alignment before action. And then coming back to a nice neutral spine. Go ahead and extend your right leg back behind you. So the tendency here could be to want to open up the hip. And the best way to really make sure that you're keeping those hips squared is to just take a peek back. Make sure that your baby toe faces downwards. A deep breath in. Exhale, release that knee down. Extend out the other side. Left leg goes back. Check out those hips. Turn the toes down. Engage through your core. Press through your hands. A little softening of the elbows. A deep breath in. And out. Adding on. Extend your right leg back. Next breath in, extend the left arm forward. Finding that balance here. Feeling the engagement of your body as you hold yourself in this shape. Deep breath in. And out. Switch it up. Extend the left leg back. Next breath in, right arm reaches forward. Imagine you were reaching forward to try and shake my hand. You're really sending energy through those fingertips. Deep breath in. And release it. Let it go. Great job. Step your hands one handprint forward. Tuck your toes. Lift the hips. They rise up and back. Keep a nice bend of the knees. And the heels can be off of the mat. Really gentle first downward dog. Let your head be heavy. Feel your breath. And then bending one knee and the other. And turning those petals into steps, stepping those feet up to the top of the mat. A deep breath in for length in your spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, plant the hands. Keep your right foot planted and send your left foot back. Finding your runner's lunge here. And then release your left knee down to the mat. So, alignment before action. We're going to set this up really nice with your heel and ankle right underneath your knee. Sometimes the tendency could be to want to bring, this can happen, and this doesn't really feel that good. It might look good, but it doesn't really feel that good. So, I'm just kidding, it definitely doesn't look good. Anyways, so the heel and the ankle are right underneath the knee. The other thing that can happen is if your foot is too far in, you could be up on this back kneecap, which does not feel good and it's not very good for you. So sink into your hips. And then there's this squeezing sensation, a pulling in, like a scissoring of the legs, and you're pressing down into that front heel. Take a full breath in, let your arms rise up overhead. Open up your heart. A deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the back toes. Take a really nice momentum and then press up. Standing split, also known as standing L. So you're really reaching back through that heel. You can bring your hands to the floor, or for an extra balance challenge, go ahead and hold on to that leg. Notice the small movements that you make to keep yourself balanced. Another deep breath in. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Root and plant down into that left foot. Step your right foot back, finding your runner's lunge at first. And then go ahead and release the right knee down. Taking this setup on this side. Again, heel and ankle underneath knee. Back knee, we're not standing right on top of it. The hips are low, but they're also hugging in. They're nice and strong. Deep breath in, arms up, heart opens. Exhale, plant the hands. Shift the weight forward. Lift that leg up. Standing L, standing split. Maybe you bring the balance into it. And we're keeping our hips squared here. So just like in the tabletop, the tendency of wanting to open up the hip, try and keep the baby toes facing down. And don't forget to breathe wherever you are. Keep breathing. Another deep breath in. If you fall, it's okay. And exhale, feet come back together. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes. Center into the moment. Feel any heat or warmth you've built up in your body. Preparing for our balance sequence. So just like a tree, I want you to feel really grounded and rooted into the earth. And I also want you to feel really tall like the branches. So a balance between being roots and branches. So go ahead and let your heart beat open. And what's a tree example without a tree pose, right? So root and ground down into that right foot. Open up the left knee out to the side. So maybe this is your tree pose. You can plant that left heel onto the right upper ankle if that feels good for you. Beautiful variation of tree. Maybe you choose to lift that foot up. It can go anywhere except for the knee joint. Again, alignment before action. If we want this to be a lifelong practice, we have to have that alignment. If we're pressing on the knee joint, we're creating all sorts of strain on that knee. We don't want that. Yoga is not about that. And then also, it's important to find something to focus on in front of you that's not moving. That's your drishti, your focal awareness point. And then maybe you grow those branches, getting really tall. Feeling both grounded and elevated. Beautiful job. And then extend that left leg back. Finding your airplane pose. Dekasana. Let your heart be open, your shoulder blades squeeze together. That back pinky toe faces down, hips are nice and squared. A full breath in. A full breath out. Go ahead and extend the arms long up overhead, biceps by your ears, maybe a little bend in your standing knee. Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3. A deep breath in. A full breath out. Go ahead and release the hands down to the mat. There's that standing L, standing split. For Shiva squats. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straight. Inhale, bend. This time the exhale straightens you out. Step it back. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Open up your heart. Full breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale to side angle. Feeling that breath. Maybe you stay lifted here, or option to plant that right hand to the inside of the right foot. Opening up your heart either way. Full breath in. A full breath out. Ground and root into your right foot. Maybe you look down to keep your focused awareness. It could take a few hops to help you fly up. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Keeping those hips open this time. This is one of those times where the pinky baby toe doesn't face downwards. Faces right out in front of you. A full breath in. Exhale, return to your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down on the next exhale. Step that right foot back, high push-up. Press back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And out. Bend your knees, look forward to your hands. Walk or float your feet to your hands. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. We reset. Feel the breath. And we transition to the other side. This time we grow those beautiful roots down into the left foot. Open out the right knee to the side. Remember, you can always keep this kickstand for tree. Or if you're ready, go ahead and rise it up. Letting that knee be nice and open, letting your heart be full. And then maybe you grow the branches. Maybe you play with it here. You blow in the wind like a tree. Balance is all about those small movements that we make, not about being like totally rigid. So just be, feel those movements. And then we start to transition to our airplane. Extending that right leg back. The heart is lifted. Shoulder blades squeezed together. Maybe a little bend in that standing knee for a little extra support. And then go ahead and straighten those arms forward. Full breath in. A full breath out. Baby toes face down to the mat. Another deep breath in. And out. And then go ahead and release the hands down. Standing split, standing L. Again, the toes face downwards. Deep breath in to bend both knees. Exhale, straighten. Bend. And straighten. Feeling the movement and your breath. Noting qualities of balance. Let's do one more. And then go ahead and send that leg back. Deep breath in. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Drop the back heel on the exhale. Inhale, reverse as the warrior. Exhale to side angle. And remember, alignment before action. So if this feels good for you and this is allowing you to open your heart, stay here. If you'd like to take a little bit deeper, go ahead and release that left hand down to a block or the floor. Feeling your breath wherever you are. A balance between effort and ease. And then slowly, maybe you start to shift that weight forward. Maybe it takes a hop or two to bring you into your half moon. Again, so now this time, same thing as last side. We keep those baby toes. They don't have to face down here. The hips are stacked one on top of each other. The breath is full and complete. You may choose to place the hand to a block. Another deep breath. And then releasing down, warrior two, great job. Steady on those 2 feet. And then cartwheel those hands down. Step that left foot back, high push-up. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. A full breath in. A full breath out. Bend of the knees. Look forward, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise up. Gather your energy. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Feeling all of that sensation in your body. Feel your breath. Notice if your body feels balanced and aligned. And then notice if there's anything that you're holding on to that you can let go of. If you've identified something, take a deep breath in. Exhale to let it all go. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, plant the hands. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Setting this up really nice. Pressing into all parts of your hands. Letting your head be heavy. Pressing the heels down any amount, not worrying if they don't get quite down to the mat. Straightening your legs to a point where you feel a stretch but never any strain. A deep breath in and out. You may choose to stay here in your downward dog or possibly rest in a child's pose. Or hang out for a little bit of a challenge option. Go ahead and step your big toes to touch. Inhale your right leg up and back. Keeping those hips squared. So remember that baby toe faces down. Full breath in. Exhale to bend that knee and open up the hips so the hips stack one on top of each other. Tendency here is going to want to be to let all your weight come into your left hand. Try and bring it back. Equal weight in both palms, letting the shoulders work equally. And then just bring a circle to the ankle. And reverse. Extend that leg long, square the hips, and release the foot down to the mat. A deep breath in and out. Inhale the left leg up and back, keeping those hips nice and squared at first. One more deep breath in, lift the heel a little bit higher. Exhale to bend the knee and open up that hip. Again, pressing into both hands equally, letting both shoulders be super strong. And then bringing some rotations to that ankle. And then go ahead and reverse that. Extend the leg long, square the hip, release the foot down. Challenge option. Feel your feet about hip distance apart. Hands are planted really strong. Maybe you start to extend the right foot back. Notice how that feels. How the weight automatically just shifts over a little bit. And then press all your weight into your right hand. Maybe you lift onto the fingertips of your left hand. Maybe you lift it all the way up. Similar to how we hung out in that tabletop position. And then go ahead and release those down. Maybe bend one knee and the other to align both sides. And then taking the left leg back any amount. Playing around with the weight in both hands. Shift the weight into your left hand. Rise up onto the fingertips of the right hand. Maybe lift that right hand off. Full breath in. Full breath out. Go ahead and release the hand and the leg down. Open the knees wide. Bring the big toes together to touch. Soften into your child's pose. Forehead rests on the mat. Settling, softening. Feeling the balance between the strength of that downward dog and the surrender of the child's pose. Noting anything that comes up in your mind as you rest in silence and stillness. Our yoga practice will stir up emotion, stir up energy, stir up feelings. Meeting ourselves exactly where we are. Being there to observe those thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So that when we leave our mats, we have more clarity, we're more aligned, and of course, more balanced. Another full breath in and out. Slowly starting to rise up. Extending your legs long on the mat. At this point, you can go ahead and lie back on your mat and take your final rest in your Shavasana if you have time for that. I'm so proud of you for taking this time for you. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support means so much to me. Namaste. Namaste, and have a balanced day.